Have you ever found yourself eating when you're not hungry, just stressed, bored, or overwhelmed? You're not alone. Emotional eating affects millions of people, and it's not about willpower. It's about how your body and mind respond to emotion. Welcome back to the Healthy Lifestyles channel. I'm Dr. Lester. In this video, we'll uncover how to stop emotional eating naturally, retrain your brain, and build a peaceful relationship with food, one that nourishes your body and your emotions. So what is emotional eating? Emotional eating happens when food becomes comfort instead of fuel. You eat not because your body needs energy, but because your emotions need relief. Here's how to tell the difference. Physical hunger builds gradually and can be satisfied with any food. Emotional hunger hits suddenly and craves specific comfort foods, usually sugary, salty, or fatty. Emotional eating doesn't stop when you're full. It often ends with guilt or regret. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward freedom. Why emotional eating happens? When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, the hormone that increases cravings for high-calorie foods. Eating triggers dopamine, the feel-good chemical that temporarily soothes anxiety. But here's the trap. Stress leads to eat leads to relief leads to guilt leads to more stress leads to eat again. This cycle keeps you stuck. The goal isn't to fight food, it's to calm your emotions before food becomes your escape. Build awareness. Awareness is your superpower. Start noticing when and why you eat. Ask yourself, am I physically hungry or emotionally triggered? What emotion am I feeling right now? What do I actually need? Food, rest, comfort, or connection? Keep a simple journal for a week. Write down what you eat, when, and how you feel before and after. Patterns will appear: stress at work, loneliness at night, boredom on weekends. Awareness turns autopilot into choice. Calm your nervous system. Emotional eating is your body's way of saying, I need calm. Before reaching for food, pause and use grounding techniques to reset your nervous system. Try this. Deep breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 6. Stretch or walk. Movement releases tension. Drink water and wait. Give your body a moment to respond. These small pauses interrupt the stress-eat reflex and help you act consciously instead of reactively. Replace the habit. You can't just stop emotional eating, you have to replace it. Here are healthy alternatives. Move your body. Even a short walk boosts serotonin. Journal your feelings, get them out of your head and onto paper. Call a friend. Connection heals isolation. Rest. Sometimes fatigue, not hunger, drives cravings. Each time you choose a new response, you rewire your brain toward balance. Nourish without restriction. Dieting often makes emotional eating worse. Restriction triggers feelings of deprivation, which fuel cravings. Instead, focus on balanced nourishment. Eat regular meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. Include foods that stabilize mood, omega-3s, leafy greens, berries, and whole grains. Allow treats occasionally without guilt. When you stop labeling foods as good or bad, you remove the emotional charge that drives overeating. Practice mindful eating. Mindful eating reconnects you with your body's natural signals. Try this. Sit down without distractions. Take a deep breath before eating. Notice the colors, textures, and smells. Chew slowly and savor each bite. 15 to 20 chews. Stop when you feel comfortably satisfied. Mindfulness transforms eating from reaction to ritual, helping you enjoy food without losing control. Address emotional triggers. Identify your biggest emotional triggers: stress, loneliness, anxiety, or fatigue, and create proactive strategies. For example, stress. Schedule short breaks or meditate. Loneliness. Join a class or connect with friends. Anxiety. Practice grounding techniques. For example, deep breathing, mindfulness meditation, positive affirmations, or thought stopping, or seek therapy. Fatigue. Prioritize sleep and hydration. When you meet emotional needs directly, food loses its power as a substitute. Cultivate self-compassion. Emotional eating isn't failure, it's feedback. Your body is trying to protect you. Instead of guilt, respond with curiosity and kindness. Say to yourself, I'm learning to care for myself in new ways. I don't need food to feel safe. Self-compassion rewires shame into healing. My final thought. Stopping emotional eating isn't about restriction. It's about reconnection. When you learn to listen to your body, regulate your emotions, and nourish yourself mindfully, food becomes fuel again, not therapy. Each pause, breath, and mindful choice is a victory. Over time, those small wins add up to freedom. Freedom from guilt, from stress, and from the belief that food is your only comfort. You're not broken. You're healing, one conscious bite at a time. If you enjoy this type of content, please like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below. Let me know if there is a topic that you would like me to address. And check out my award-winning book, Stronger by the Day, Master the Habits of Health, Fitness, and Vitality, along with Slimmer and Stronger by the Day, The Habit Blueprint for Lasting Weight Loss. Living Longer and Stronger by the Day, The Everyday Habits for Lifelong Health and Vitality, and Mentally and Emotionally Stronger by the Day, Mental Habits for Focus, Confidence, Resilience, and Emotional Intelligence, all available on Amazon and my website. Until next time, nourish, move, relax, and revitalize. See you in the next video.